God, you who named us, made us, and calls us by name. You have granted and planted within each of us the gifts, the talents, the calling to learn about your world, to send us forth in service and in love, and to make a difference. Be with us now, and bless this time that we share together as a culmination of the wisdom, of the mercy, of the learning that we have done together, and then send us out in your power and love and peace. Amen.
Good afternoon. Welcome to the 2016 Southwestern College Graduate Hooding and Commencement Ceremony. This is the final event of our commencement weekend. It's appropriate that this moment concludes our graduate celebrations because you, our master's and doctoral students, have completed Southwestern's most distinguished academic offerings. We know the sacrifices these degrees represent, the sacrifices that come with commitment to a goal that is aspirational in nature. But we also know that because you have made these sacrifices, your commitment to this goal has led you to a new status, a new way of learning and thinking that will never leave you. This is a special day for you. This is also a special day for your family and friends. Many of you have come from all directions, come from great distances to be here today. You have also made great sacrifices during your loved ones' pursuit of this noteworthy achievement. To all of you, graduates, family, and friends, congratulations. Southwestern College is proud of you all. Graduates and everyone, please be seated. Our speaker today is a man who has been instrumental in the academic career of many who are participating in commencement today, both in their undergraduate and graduate classes. Chuck Wright has taught at SC for more than 20 years and is one of our rare instructors who has mentored students both on ground and online. He was actively involved in the start of professional studies, where he taught and encouraged online students in the business program. He has also supported students on the main campus, both in the classroom and through their activities. For instance, Chuck is an avid fan of Southwestern basketball, and he and his wife, Sharon, often host dinner in their home for the teams. Although officially retired from his successful career in the insurance industry, Chuck assumed full-time duties with the main campus business division during this past year and served admirably in an interim capacity while his colleagues concluded a successful search for a new colleague. He's an alumnus of SC, a true mound builder who continues to provide students year after year with the benefit of his career experience. Please welcome Chuck Wright.
Life certainties. I don't think I'm getting any volume. life has two certainties: death and taxes. And over a period of years, I began to look at that and see friends pass away and relatives pass away, and so I knew death was a certainty. Then I began to think about taxes. There are people that avoid taxes. There are people that evade taxes. There are people that don't pay their taxes and go to jail. So I don't think paying taxes is so much of a certainty. But I do believe there are three certainties that if you don't do, they become certainties in your life. The first one, if you decide you want something and you don't go after it, then it's certain you're not going to get it. Well, that sounds kind of simplistic. You know, it's a little simple, but really it's not, because again, my granddad had a lot of wisdom. He told me one day, you know, he who hesitates is lost. And that's what happens to people. They hesitate, or they start and stop, or they don't start at all. Well, why would they do that? Why would they start something they wanted to do and not complete it? And the answer I have to have is they're scared, or they don't have self-confidence, or they get started and it's going to take longer than they thought, so they don't have the commitment to stay with it. Our 26th president, Teddy Roosevelt, had a quote that I've heard often, and he says, "Far better it is to have won great victories, though checkered by defeat, than to be with that great host who knows neither victory nor defeat." And so the secret of life is to know we're going to fail, we're going to succeed, we're going to grow, and we're going to move forward. But if we want something, we have to go for it. One of Roosevelt's contemporaries, a man by the name of John Greenleaf Whittier, wrote a poem back around 1855. The poem was Maud Muller, but the one line that was so good about the situation that we're talking about the certainty of completing, is the line that said, "The saddest words of tongue and pen are these words: it might have been. It might have been. It might have been." Why wasn't it? We didn't finish. We didn't complete. And so my challenge to you, and of course, this one you're probably pretty good at. You're sitting here getting your master's degree or your doctorate, so you've kind of went on the road of doing the things that you needed to do, but that's going to come again. You're going to have more opportunities. You're going to have to go for what you want. The second certainty is, if you don't ask, the answer is going to be no, or the same as no. You know, I started in a business where no was the norm. I was fortunate. My boss told me, if you aren't willing to fail 90% of the time, you can't be successful. I kept a figure on it. I'm a 93% failure. That means for every one yes I got 13 no's. And if you don't ask, you make it no. You know, the difference between asking and getting a no and not asking at all and getting a no is you're in the same place you were. But if you ask and you get a no and you ask again, at some point you get a yes. And a yes makes all the difference in the world. You know, in my business, my boss kind of tried to convince us, you know, that for every no, you're closer to the next yes. That kind of kept us going. And that really is true. For every no, you're closer to the next yes. Some of you are going to be in business. Some of you are going to be in accounting, which is a part of business. Some of you are going to be in education. You're going to need things. You're going to have to ask for supplies. You're going to have to ask for additional staff help. You're going to have to ask for additional facilities. You're going to get no. But you keep asking. You keep making your case. You get the yes, finally. I had an agent when I was a manager in Wichita. He would come in and ask me for something, and I'd say no. He'd come in again, I'd say no. He'd come in again, I'd say no. Finally, I said, "Roger, what is it about no you don't understand?" But he'd come in and he'd change it just a little bit, and you know what? Finally, he got yes, because he kept taking the no's. I was on the Board of Education a few years ago, and when I went on, they asked me to negotiate. And so I thought, well, that might be interesting. So I got a book on negotiations. And the first chapter in the book was Getting to Yes. Getting to Yes. And you get to yes by asking. You get to yes by asking. So always ask. The worst you can be is where you are. And who knows, you might get that magic word and get whatever it is you need. And then the third certainty is that if you don't take a step forward, you're going to stay in the same place you are. An old Chinese proverb said, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with the first step. And I'm really talking here, it's kind of related to number one, and yet it's comfort zone. It's about comfort zone. You're here, you've been going through school. We had students who were graduated this afternoon, have been in school for a long time. School kind of becomes a comfort zone. A job that you do well kind of becomes a comfort zone. At some point, we have to get out of that. I had a friend by the name of Robert Bassford who taught in professional studies. And Robert had a project in his classes. He taught a writing class and a speech class, among others. In his writing class, he had students pick a topic that they never had researched before and write on it. And then he had to give a presentation. In the presentation, he would do impromptu presentations, and he picked the topics. And he picked outlandish topics that they never could have talked on before. But what he did was he brought them into thinking about something else. He brought them out of their comfort zone. And that's what we need to do. As graduates, as future business people, as teachers who are trying to develop ourselves, we need to get out of our comfort zone, try new things, see if they work, have them challenge us. Now, I can't close in front of a bunch of teachers and future teachers and even business people without telling about the greatest lesson I ever learned. My 6th grade teacher talked to us one day. That's a 12-year-old. My greatest lesson was when I was 12 years old. My 6th grade teacher said, for everything you do, if you watch a film strip, if you go to a movie, if you read a book, figure out what the most important thing you've learned and how you can use it. And that has served me well in all my years in leadership with an insurance company and my years at Southwestern. My students will tell you, the ones that have had me in class, they pick out what the most important thing is and how you can use it. So I want to thank you for the opportunity to speak to you. It's been a great privilege to me. I want to have you to celebrate this, to have a great day. You've earned it. And I want to wish you the best, and God bless.
President Andrews, it is my pleasure and honor on behalf of the faculty of Southwestern College to present to you the members of the graduating class of 2016. These are the candidates for the degrees of Master of Arts, Specialized Ministry, Master of Arts in Teaching, Master of Business Administration, Master of Education, Master of Science in Leadership, Master of Science in Management, Master of Science in Security Administration, and the Doctorate of Education.
Members of the class of 2016, please stand. Through the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Southwestern College, I confer upon you this academic degree, allowing you all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto, and present you with this diploma as permanent recognition of your attainment. Congratulations, graduates. Graduates, will you now at this time please follow the instructions of the faculty marshal as you approach the stage.
President Andrews, I present to you the candidates for the graduates for the degree Master of Accountancy. Kathleen Hudson. President Andrews, I present to you the graduates for the degree Master of Arts in Teaching. Mackenzie Wheeler. Wyatt Giroux. Elizabeth Stevens. Amanda Vince. President Andrews, I present to you the graduates for the degree Master of Business Administration. Chase Fischel. Jesse Morris. Caleb Jackson. Esther Oliver. Zenas Lopez. Rodney Stroll. Shelby Tucker. Catherine D. Cranmer. Christopher Weathers. Connor Stone. David Leonard. Brian Carr. Fong Yu Lee. Bo Lien. Uyen Win. Mr. President, I present to you graduates for the degree Master of Education. Lakeisha Brooks. Dung Chan Da Ni. Charles Gladfelter. Christy Boatwright. Diane Flickinger. Mary Lou Tuck. Carol Hagler. Marie Wilson. Megan Melkor. Elizabeth Palone. Kimberly Dyke. Autumn Altum. Clayton Marple. Anne Marie Frisch. Zanab Al Ismail. Fatima Al Khalef. Zanab Al Youssef. Hawara Abu Zaid. Zanab Al Qadi. Arwa Al Gamaldi. Labna Bayazid. Afa Plata. Khalud Saeed Al-Thobati. Hanadi Abdul Rahma Al-Karishi. Murik Mukrin Al-Shuburimi. Fasik Al-Jani. Amal Saeed Al-Katani. Amani Zaid Zahid. Noel Faraj Al-Shamari. Shadia Al-Shumarani. Huda Al-Sharif. Muhammad Abdullah Al-Sharif. Khalef Al-Alanasi. Ahmed Al-Zaid. Tayan Abdullah Al-Amshabeb. Jasmine Chow. President Andrews, I present to you the graduate for the degree Master of Science in Leadership. Marcia Wright. Margaret Willett. Christopher Smiley. Mr. President, I present to you the graduate for the degree Master of Science in Management. Andrea Snyder. Kimberly Wynn. Mr. President, I present to you the graduates for Master of Science in Security Administration, Christopher Burke. Tian Nisi Tianisi, Sweden. Ahmed Al-Rahali, Ahmed Al-Rahali. Marwa Al-Ruhali. Mr. President, I present to you the graduates for the degree Doctorate of Education. Sean Roberts. Jeremy Higgins. Belva York. Brent Wolf. Angela Christine Farmer. Stuart Moore.
I want to say again to all of our graduates, congratulations. I just want to take a moment to just acknowledge what I think all of us in this building know, and that is the amount of sacrifice that each of you have made over the years, everything that you have juggled, all the dedication and devotion you've shown. Achieving this degree is not easy. It's really difficult path and a really long journey, and you have made it. So congratulations. Also, this is a special day. Graduates, you can go ahead and sit down. This is a special day for many reasons. One of the reasons is that it is Mother's Day. And so I would like to take a moment to ask all the mothers in the room to please stand. We would thank you. We're just so grateful that you're spending this day here on this special day for you. And now, one more time, I would like to ask the graduates to stand, and anybody who's received degrees today, I apologize. Please stand back up one more time. And many of you have heard the applause and cheers today as your names were called. The cheers of your spouses and your parents, your children and your grandparents, your families, your coworkers, your friends. And I invite all of you now to look out in that direction and applaud them for all of their support of you during your work. Class of 2016, you are now officially graduated. You have joined a line of graduating classes more than 125 years long. Each class forms a link in the chain of Mound Builder alumni who have come before you and who are waiting to help you. Mound Builders are everywhere, and they are watching, waiting to help you, and cheering your successes. Now that you are a graduate, you are taking your place in that chain. You've joined a very special group today, and we are proud of you. Now, I'd like to call Mackenzie Wheeler, a graduate with your class, to lead us in the alma mater. Mackenzie. Please stand.
Far above the walnut valley, on a lofty height, stands our noble alma mater, bathed in golden light. Lift the chorus, feed it onward, over hill and dale. Hail to thee, beloved Southwestern alma mater, hail. Far above the stir and bustle of the busy town, reared against the arch of heaven, looks she calmly down. Lift the chorus, speed it onward, over hill and dale. Hail to thee, beloved Southwestern alma mater, hail. To the height she calls us daily, alma mater dear. heights of knowledge, hope, and courage, free from doubt and fear. Lift the chorus, speed it onward, over hill and dale. Hail to thee, beloved Southwestern, alma mater, hail.
Graduates, following this benediction, I invite you, without recession, to go and locate your family, take lots of pictures, share lots of smiles and joy and tears, for you have accomplished much. And so I invite you to hear this benediction. We send you, graduates, into a world that is uncertain, but we do not send you unprepared. We do not send you without knowledge or hope or courage. We ask then, with the courage that God has granted you, with the peace that God has placed within your heart and the learning that you have accomplished, to go into this world to be light, to be hope, to be love, this day and all days. Amen.